This video will provide you with an overview of Google Slides. So first, you're going to want to create a new slideshow, and you can create a new Google slideshow three different ways. You can go to the plus new button in your Google Drive, click on that, scroll down to Google Slides. I can go over to the arrow and also make a blank presentation or create from a template. I can also, in a new tab, in the Omnibox, type slides.google.com. This will take me to the slides specific section where I can start a new presentation by clicking on the plus there on top of the blank, or I can start a template from over here. And then you'll also notice that down below, I have recent presentations that I've been working in as well. Now, I rarely will come to this section to access existing presentations because they live in my drive and they're organized there, but that is still possible here. A third way I can start a new blank presentation is by simply typing in slides.new in the Omnibox and hitting enter. You'll see now that I have a blank presentation here on my screen. So first I want to go over the various parts of what you're looking at. So in the top left, just like with Google Docs, there's a spot to rename your presentation, and that's the first thing you're going to want to do. Next to my presentation name, I have the star where I can star this presentation to add it in the starred section here in my Google Drive. I can click on the file folder here to move this into a different folder within my Google Drive. And then the cloud just confirms to me, since I have the check mark there, that my document is saved and ready to go. Below the title, you have your menu options. These are very similar to what you've seen in Google Docs as well. You have File. Under Files where you can start new ones, you can import, you can make a copy, you can download it, check your version history, you can move it, you can trash it from here, publish it to the web, and then if you need to change your canvas, you can come down here to Page Setup and change the dimensions of your slides. And if you want to play around with different print settings to print with notes, etc., you can go to Print Settings and Preview and choose from there. The Edit menu gives you your typical undo, redo, copy, paste, delete. View will allow you to view this in presentation mode, to view motion elements, to do a grid view or thumbnail view of your different slides, a variety of different view options here. Insert is where you're going to go to add a bunch of content. So this is where you can insert videos, images, text box, tables, charts, word art, diagrams, lines, comments, lots of things here. The options available in the format will come available to you when you are actually in the presentation doing stuff. And Slide lets you create new slides, duplicate slides, delete slides, change backgrounds. It's all the stuff that's slide specific. Arrange allows you to manipulate the content on your slides. Tools gives you access to spell check, to dictionary, to voice typing, and also gives you access to that awesome Explore feature that's also available in Google Docs. With add-ons, you can increase the functionality of your Google Slides by adding those on here. And then the help section will give you quick access to any help questions you have or training opportunities. And then the link here at the end is how I can open the version history for this presentation. Beneath the menu is the toolbar. This is the general toolbar right now that you're seeing for slides. Over here to the far left is where I can add new slides. If I click on the down arrow, I can choose specific layout. I can undo. I can redo. I can print from here. I can access paint format. I can change my zoom. This allows me to use my cursor to select items if I've been editing other items. Insert text box, insert images, insert shapes, or insert lines. Add a comment. This is only available when you have edit rights or commenting rights to the slideshow. Change your background, change your slide layout, change the theme for your presentation, or add transitions to the presentation. Now, one thing about slides is as you build your presentations, your toolbar will change based on what you are doing. So for example, if I click into this text box, now I have the text editor that looks just like it does in Google Docs. Let's insert a picture really quickly so you can see what the contextualized menu for the picture is. I can go up here to insert to do that, or I can come to this image icon here to do that. Insert image. I'm going to choose from my Google Drive. Defaults to my recent pictures. I can choose my picture, insert, and that picture pops into the slide. Now I can pick my picture and move it around. I can shrink it or increase it. And then you'll notice here, since I've selected the picture, I have different options here. I can crop the image here. I can reset it if I've done things. I can replace the image if I need to. I can go into my image formatting options, which will show up along the right, where I can mess with the size and rotation, position, recolor it, add adjustments, add shadow or reflection. And if I want to animate it, I can click on animate, and it will open up the animation options over here for me to do as well. I went ahead and added another image to show this next part. So just like in PowerPoint, you can right click on items and get a lot of your editing capabilities. So if I right click on this picture here, I get this full menu that covers a lot of my editing needs. One of the most common needs when building presentations is changing the order that things are on your presentation based on when you put them in. So for example, I have the second picture. Since I put it in after I put in the banner, it's going to sit on top of it. But if I needed it to sit in back of it, I can right click, choose order, and I can send it to the back. Sending it to the back places it all the way back on the canvas. Sending it backwards just sends it one back behind what was placed before it. So send to back. Now the lettering is on top of the gear. You have your speaker notes for your slides down at the bottom. You can change the view of this by clicking right here in the middle and going up or down, depending upon whether or not you want more room to add text or you want a bigger canvas to edit. You can access the Explore features over in the bottom right. And just like within Docs, you have the side panel where you can access other Google tools, and you can also hide that side panel if you like. When presenting, you can choose which presentation mode to present in. By clicking present, it'll just do the traditional presentation mode. Or if you choose the drop-down arrow, you can choose to do presenter view, which allows you to have access to your speaker notes on the right and your slides here while your presentation goes in the background. Sharing permissions for Google Slides are just like sharing in Docs. You can add people to share in this section here where it says add people in groups just by starting to type their name or their email address. And if you want to share your presentation with a link, then you can come down here and turn on link sharing by clicking change link to North Kitsap School District. And then you can change the permissions for how you want people with that link to interact with your content, whether you want them just to view, comment, or be a full editor. If you need to open it up beyond the district, you'll need to choose this drop down and choose anyone with the link, and that allows them to access it without a North Kitsap login. And that's a quick little overview of how you can utilize Google Slides.